Saturday was awesome for me. I ended up riding really well and cleaned the whole day, so can't ask for much more than that. I had a lot of fun on the sections. They were on the easy side in the morning, but overall I was able to have fun with them and ride really well. Felt like my balance was on point. I was hitting all my lines I wanted to. And besides one little hiccup, can't remember which section, but just dropped my front wheel into a hole that I wasn't planned on. But other than that, I rode really well and had a blast riding my bike. And the shootout in the afternoon was a lot of fun too. The sections were much more difficult than the morning, and I rode them really well. Ended up cleaning all those too, even though they were much more technical and tough than the morning sections. But overall, had a great day, and my bike ran perfect even up at this high elevation, so couldn't ask for anything more.
I had a great day Saturday. Started out with a really good first loop and didn't have any fives, so I was stoked about that because fives usually are what kill me. And I was riding really good and felt really good. And Pat was moving fast, and I wanted to try and keep up with him, so I kept going fast too. And he finished about 3 hours, and I finished about 4 hours, and so I was pretty proud of that, because that took a lot of work. But unfortunately, I had 1.5 my second loop and another 5 my third loop, and again, the fives just killed me, and so that pushed me back, and so that hurt going into the shootout. And then the shootout, I just had a bunch of silly dabs on the first section, and then I knew I couldn't make it up after that. But on the second section of the shootout, because I knew it was over, I kind of risked it and did a kind of big gap that no one else is doing just for fun, and the crowd loved it, so that's pretty cool. But it was a fun day. So.
Saturday was a really good start for me. Just kept my pace really consistently, and only ended up with 1 point on the first loop, and I was real happy with that. And going into the second loop, I only made one mistake, and it was unfortunately a 5 in section 5, where I just didn't quite make it up a pyramid kind of rock, and that was my only mistake for the rest of the day. I ended with a clean loop on Saturday, and I'm super happy to get the win on Saturday as well.
Saturday was a pretty rough day for me. It wasn't my best day. My first loop was really good. I ended up clean the whole first loop, and I was really stoked about that. But the trial was really easy, and it was really easy to make mistakes, and unfortunately that's what happened to me on my second and third loop. I got 5s both those 2 loops, and also my third loop I got extra 1 point there, and so I wasn't too happy with my results, but I stayed strong and was looking forward to Sunday.
Saturday started off really positive for me. I felt really solid on the bike and could hit all my marks perfectly, and I was really happy to keep my day under 25 points, and I ended up with 24 points, which made me really happy, and I felt really solid.
I didn't feel like I rode quite as well on Sunday. Started off a little bit shaky, just couldn't quite find my balance, and section 2 ended up taking a point. It was on a rock that we had hit the day before, and just kind of misjudged it, rushed it a little bit, took off before I was centered, and took a dab there. And after that, it still took me a while to find my groove and start riding smooth. But after the first loop, I was able to feel a little bit better on the bike and more comfortable with the sections. And there were some trickier ones, so it was good to see they tightened them up for the next day, since we all had pretty low scores on Saturday. But overall, I was able to turn it around a bit and finish pretty strong, and happy with my riding overall, and had a good time on these awesome grippy rocks out here. It's real dusty in between everything, but once you got on the rocks, there was plenty of traction, so the bikes ran awesome even at this elevation. Had a blast.
Sunday was another good day for me. I was riding really well. After the first loop, I was sitting in third, 1 point behind Daniel, and so I was pretty happy about that. And I was riding really good my second loop. Had a lot of really good rides, and then I came to section 10. It was a really easy section, and I fell over the flat ground and got a 5. And man, that made me so mad, and I was so frustrated. But still, after that, I was still sitting in third. After the second loop, I had Alex by 1 point. Daniel only had me by 3. But unfortunately, I probably just went too slow today and got a little tired on the third loop, and probably a little bit of heat exhaustion, and had way too many points on my third loop, and ended up sitting in fourth. Lost to Alex by 6 points, and I had 7 points on a really easy section that everyone was cleaning, and so that was just super frustrating. But it was a good day, and I had some really good rides, and people were very complimentary of my rides and said I looked like Pat, so I achieved the goal there.
Sunday was a really good day for me. My loop scores ended up being 1-1-1 all 3 loops, and I was really pleased with my riding today. Those 3 ones. I took them in all 3 different sections, and they were just stupid minor ones. But I definitely like the sections a lot more today. They were a lot harder.
Sunday was a little bit different. I started off well, but then as the day went on, I started to get shaky and tired, and the sections were most definitely harder, and a lot of big steps in the high altitude with the 125 is difficult, but I'm really happy with how the bike performed through all that, and thanks to the team for the bike, and I couldn't be happier with it.
First place is Will Myers, also from Pennsylvania. Must be related. 41 is your total score with 18 cleans. Congratulations. And in first place in today's expert class, Josh Roper. Glendale, Arizona. Josh had a total score of 3 with 33 cleans. Congratulations, gentlemen. And in first place today, Pat Smodgy from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. A total score of 1 with 35 cleans. Well done, sir.